Lord Shiva, primordial destroyer of evil, slayer of demons, protector and omniscient observer of the universe, was testing his wife's patience. Historically, the union between Shiva and Parvati was a glorious one. They maintained the equilibrium between thought and action on which the well-being of the world depended. Without Parvati as the agent of energy, growth, and transformation on Earth, Shiva would become a detached observer and the world would remain static. But together, the two formed a divine union known as Ardhanarishvara, a sacred combination which brought fertility and connection to all living things. For these reasons, Parvati was worshipped far and wide as the mother of the natural world and the essential counterpart to Shiva's powers of raw creation. She oversaw humanity's material comforts and ensured that the Earth's inhabitants were bonded to each other physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yet a rift had grown between these two formidable forces. While Parvati sustained daily life with care and control, Shiva had begun to belittle his wife's essential work and insisted on quarreling about their roles in the universe. He believed that Brahma, the creator of the world, had conceived the material plane purely for his own fancy, and therefore all material things were merely distractions called Maya, nothing but a cosmic illusion. For millennia, Parvati had merely smiled knowingly as Shiva dismissed the things she nurtured. But upon his latest rebuke, she knew she had to prove the importance of her work once and for all. She took flight from the world, withdrawing her half of the cosmic energy that kept the earth turning. At her disappearance, a sudden, terrifying, and all-encompassing scarcity enveloped the world in eerie silence. Without Parvati, the land became dry and barren. Rivers shrank and crops shriveled in the fields. Hunger descended on humanity. Parents struggled to console their starving children while their own stomachs rumbled. With nothing to eat, people no longer gathered over heaped bowls of rice, but withdrew and shrank from the darkening world. To his shock and awe, Shiva also felt the profound emptiness left by his wife's absence. Despite his supreme power, he too realized that he was not immune to the need for sustenance, and his yearning felt bottomless and unbearable. As Shiva despaired over the desolate earth, he came to realize that the material world could not be so easily dismissed. At her husband's epiphany, the compassionate Parvati could no longer stand by and watch her devotees wasting away. To walk among them and restore their health, she took the form of a new avatar, carrying a golden bowl of porridge and armed with a jewel-encrusted ladle. As word of this hopeful figure spread, she was worshipped as Anna.Purna, the goddess of food. With the arrival of Anna.Purna, the world blossomed anew. People rejoiced at fertility and food and communed together to give thanks. Some believe that Anna.Purna first appeared in the sacred city of Kashi, or the place of freedom, on the banks of the Ganges, where she opened a kitchen to fill the bellies of the people until they could eat no more. But it was not only mere mortals who were served at her feast. Humbled at the scenes of earthly pleasure blooming all around him, Lord Shiva himself approached the goddess with an empty bowl and begged for food and forgiveness. For this reason, the supreme deity is sometimes portrayed as a poor beggar at the mercy of Anna.Purna, holding her golden bowl in her left hand, while the right forms the Abhaya Mudra, a gesture of safety and assurance. With these symbols, this powerful avatar makes it clear that the material world is anything but an illusion. Rather, it is a cycle of life that must be sustained, from the feeding of open mouths and rumbling bellies to the equilibrium of the earth. At TED-Ed, we believe in storytelling.
Anna.Purna, besleyen ana, mama veren ana, donatan ana. Anadolu, dolduran ana, karnını doyuran ana, görevini ifa eden ana. Dünyayı besleyen, yeşerten ana. An ve ana örnekleriyle başlayan o kadar çok tanrıça ismi var ki saymak kalkıştım, sonra vazgeçtim. Çünkü sayamayacak kadar çok, herhalde 100'e yakın tanrıça ismi, kültürler, ülkeler, milletler, her birisi kendisine göre ana sözcüğüyle başlayan tanrıça isimleri belirlemiş. Birkaç tanesini söylemek gerekirse Anata, Anatha, Anatis, Anatole, Anatu, Anaya, Anca, Anceta, Andarte, Andate, Andiyari, Andarasa, Andaraste, Andreci, Ane, Angane, Angarmati, Angarvua, Angaleos, bu şekilde devam ediyor. İlgili kitaptan tam listesine ulaşılabilir. Fakat bu listelerin isimlerinin bu kadar çok olmasının ötesinde bir sonuç ortaya çıkıyor ki insanlar tamamlayıcı bir bütün olarak kadını kutsamışlar. Tarih boyunca belki milattan önce 20 binli yıllara varan bir süreç içerisinde tarih boyunca kadını kutsamışlar ve onu Tanrı'nın eşi, karısı mevkiine çıkarmışlar. Kutsamışlar. Anna.Purna ile Anadolu sözünün aynı anlamda olduğunu görüyoruz. Burada Purana kelimesiyle ilgili bir hikaye anlatılıyor. Yaşlı bir kadın Visa veya Vize adlı bir sağcıyı ermiş insan, ermişi ve onun 10.000 şakirdini yani öğrencisini mucizevi bir şekilde beslerken Shiva'nın öfkesiyle sıkıntı ve kıtlığın uç noktalarına geldi. Çünkü Visa'nın yani o dervişin Vishnu'yu kendisine tercih ettiğini varsaymıştı. Yani Shiva Vishnu'yu tercih ettiğini zannederek Visa'yı kıskanmış ve bu yüzden 10.000 öğrencisini beslerken onu sıkıntı içine sokmuş. Bu ve benzeri hikayeler her ülkede değişik, kendine özgü yeni hikayeler anlatılıyor. Anadolu'da da buna benzer hikayeler anlatılıyor. Fakat kök olarak öyle anlaşılıyor ki Hindistan'daki Anna.Purna'dan kaynaklanan hikayeler ve esas olarak üzerinde durulan nokta kadının dünyayı beslemesi. Yani burada ermişleri ve 10.000 öğrencisini beslemesi, buradaki rakamların büyüklüğü esas olarak kadının dünyayı beslemesi. Anadolu, dünyayı dolduran, dünyayı besleyen, dünyayı yeşerten, dünyaya şekil, şemail ve renk veren kadın anlamında. Dinlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim.